G'day guys and welcome to another and the final NRL season review for 2020. The Penrith Panthers, also known as a great execution by Cleary. No one does it better than Cleary. Oh, this kid, Nathan Cleary. Well, I'd like to remind you in this video, he had an outstanding season, but Nathan Cleary is not the only Penrith fucking Panther. We're going to be speaking about their season, their road to the minor premiership, their 17 straight wins, and the players who made it happen, because there are a lot involved. I'm not taking anything away from Cleary, but the commentators, God, they ruined for me some Penrith games. Well, the season began for the Panthers at Penrith Stadium with a nice win over the back-to-back champions, the Sydney Roosters, a 20-14 victory with a very promising prospect on the scene known as Stephen Crichton coming off the bench and scoring a wonderful try in the match. They then played the Dragons, where they came away winners 32 points to 28. The Dragons led this one 16-12 at half-time. Quite entertaining, to be honest. Kind of felt like a trial match with how many points were in it, but both sides really competitive. And then round 3, they drew with the Newcastle Knights. This is a fantastic game of football, guys. If you haven't watched it, really enjoyable to watch. The draw, 14-all. Both sides were fantastic. The Knights actually scored 3 tries. It was just the fact that they missed conversions, but Penrith Panthers were looking something else at this point, and then they beat the Warriors 26-0 at Campbelltown. So stringing some nice wins together to start the season. In round 5, a very entertaining game between the Penrith Panthers and the Parramatta Eels saw a 10-0 lead to the Panthers. They looked red hot, ready to score some points in the second half, but it was Parramatta who charged home, giving the Panthers a loss in round 5, 16 points to 10 on the back of former Panther Wonga Blake. Following week, a very entertaining game against the Melbourne Storm. I thought the Melbourne Storm would get it in the second half, but Penrith too good. A Cleary masterclass. The commentators mentioned it. I'm going to mention it here. There was a few games that he was just absolutely outstanding, and this is definitely one of those. Viliami Kikau had a fantastic game as well. Panthers defeating Melbourne at Campbelltown 21-14. They played the Rabbitohs at Jubilee. Now, I tipped the Rabbitohs at this point. Penrith were red hot, going well, but I just thought the Rabbitohs would start to get some momentum. But Penrith were a little bit too good on the night, winning against the Rabbitohs in round 7, 20 points to 12. The following week against the Tigers, another field goal involved in the match, and the Panthers come away with a 7-point win. I expected more from them at this point from beating those bigger teams, but a 19-12 victory. The Panthers absolutely destroyed the Sharks at Jubilee with a 56-24 win. Their defence wasn't great, but their attack were really promising. They looked dangerous. No team that's gone on to put 50 points, might I add, has gone on to win the comp. So at this point, the Sharks weren't winning the comp. The next 2 weeks, I thought Penrith really struggled. They did manage to get wins against the Cowboys, 22 points to 10. And they really struggled against the Gold Coast Titans at Cbus Super Stadium. Titans fought back just before half-time to make it 16-14. 2 tries within 5 minutes, but the Panthers in the second half just get the job done just enough. In round 12, they defeated a depleted Manly Seagulls side at Lottoland, 42 points to 12, before a game against the Canberra Raiders where they won 28 points to 12. I was very excited for this game, and I thought it was very boring. Penrith's attack was good. The Raiders didn't turn up for what I expected of them, and I thought it would be a really interesting clash. Pretty sure at this point, it was also 8 straight wins for the Panthers since their loss to Parramatta back in round 5. And then they beat the Warriors in a very close game. The Warriors had a really good season, guys, and they competed with the Panthers, but the Panthers ended up winning that one 18 points to 12 in round 14. Over the next 3 weeks, the Panthers got a very easy draw. A 38-12 win over the Sharks at Penrith. A 30-6 win over the West Tigers, who were absolutely woeful. You could see they were trying in this game, but Penrith were just way too good and their defence was very classy. Jerome Luai in this game had an outstanding match. I thought he was absolutely fantastic. He had a big season. I mentioned how Cleary's not the only player, even though he's on the screen right now, but that is because just after they beat the Broncos, 25 points to 12, the Parramatta Eels were expected to put in a performance against the Penrith Panthers, who at this point were just absolutely flying towards a minor premiership. Parramatta did not turn up. Parramatta did not play football, and the Penrith Panthers come away 20 points to 12 off Jerome Luai scoring in the final minute. As you can see, 8 minutes to go. It is 12 points to 2. But nice job by the Panthers here. They've all but secured the minor premiership at this point with 2 rounds to go. Well, the rest is history. What a year from the Penrith Panthers. Obviously, in the final round, they get the minor premiership over the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs, 42-0, even resting some players. They then play the Sydney Roosters, who have come off a 60-8 loss to the Rabbitohs, and at half-time, Nathan Cleary has a hat-trick, and it's 22 points to 10. In the second half, the Roosters fight hard, but the Panthers knock them off 29-28, securing a prelim and a chance to get into the grand final. Just want to mention, I'm not sure when it was, but Charlie Staines, keep your eye out for him. Reminded me of the 3 tries moment. He scored 4 tries on debut. In finals week 3, the prelim against the South Sydney Rabbitohs, the Rabbitohs completed their three-peat of losing preliminary final, and the Panthers win 20-16. Now, unfortunately for the Panthers, they did get 17 straight wins in NRL, tying with the greatest record, which is just fantastic. It's a fantastic effort. The coaching between Ivan and this team was fantastic, but in the end, they were not able to get the job done in the big one, the grand final at ANZ Stadium against the Melbourne Storm. At half-time, it was 22-0 to the Storm. Great effort from the Panthers in the second half to come away with a 26-20 loss. Very unfortunate, very good season, and these boys will be roaring about as to what they can do with a very similar squad in 2021. So in 2021, they say adios to Caleb Aikens. He's off to the Raiders. Cade Ellis is off to the Dragons. Bit of a loss here, but I think he'll be really good at the Bulldogs. Jack Hetherington farewells the side. Dane Lurie to the West Tigers. Josh Mansour, the cult hero at Penrith, heads over to the South Sydney Rabbitohs. Their former captain, James Tarmo, heads to the West Tigers. Zane Tedavano heads to Leeds Rhinos. Unfortunate retirement for Malachi Watene-Zelezniak, and Dean Vare also heads to the Super League. They gain Robert Jennings from the West Tigers, Paul Momorowski, who has been absolutely stuffed around. I've mentioned this before, I think. Jamin Salmon from the Parramatta Eels, nice pick up there if Luai or Cleary is out playing some rep footy. He could be a good choice, but you've also got Matt Burton at the moment. He's not 100% at the Dogs. They've re-signed Brian To'o, they've re-signed Isaiah Yeo, and they've re-signed Charlie Staines and Liam Martin, so definitely in the right direction. Stephen Crichton, though, will be off contract with Jerome Luai, Jamin Salmon and Brent Naden at the end of the 2021 season. Where do you guys think the Panthers will finish? Hope you guys enjoyed these NRL season reviews. I love making them. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Make sure you do like and subscribe to the channel. Now that these are done, it means that very shortly, my NRL 2021 season preview will be out, and I'll try and pump out a little video regarding the Indigenous and Maori All-Stars. Make sure you check out Let's Talk Footy. There is a playlist on the channel. And thank you so much for your support in the off-season. It's been tough, but we've got through these videos, all 16 teams done. And let me know in the comments what you thought. Thanks for watching, guys.